Alright guys, I'm going to do, I just removed the 6970s out of my case, and I'm going to do a quick comparison on the size difference. You can see I have my iPhone 4 there for size comparison, and also a ruler, and also my Sound Blaster sound card. You can see the difference in size between the two, the 6970 and the 6850. Here, the 6970 comes in at about 10 3/4 inch, and the 6850 comes in at about 8.5 inches. And just for shits and giggles, the Sound Blaster Titanium comes in at about just a hair over 6.5 inches. You can see I'll stack it on top of them. See the difference. So yeah, I'll be installing it and doing some testing and benchmarking. Stay tuned. Alright guys, sorry about the poor lighting. I'm not in a studio, I'm in my room, so you can see here though, I just finished installing the 6850. It's installed on the Gigabyte 990 FXA-UD7. I have a 1090T 6-core processor. It's at 4 gigahertz, 16 gigabytes of DDR3 memory, 1600 megahertz from Corsair. They're XMS3. My Cooler Master 1000 watt Silent Pro Gold power supply. I have an SSD there from Crucial, a 2 terabyte hard drive, and a 500 gigabyte hard drive for my data. And processor is cooled by the H50 in a push-pull configuration with Scythe 3000 RPM fans. Keeps it very cool. A little loud, but I also have a fan controller. The AeroCool Touch 2000. So yeah, we'll boot her up, install the necessary drivers if need be, which I believe I will. Since I had the 6970s on there, I believe they're different drivers. I'm not 100%, but I'll find out, let you know. So yeah, there she is. You can see it's a lot smaller than the 6970s I have on there, so you can see a lot more of the board itself. So yeah, stay tuned. Oh, let me show you this AM3 Plus here. Oh, you can't even see that. It's okay. Take my word for it that it's a UD7. Oh, almost forgot one crucial point here, or part. Forgot to install my sound card. But I noticed right before I even booted up or anything, so I haven't even installed any cables or anything. So, but yeah, you can see 6850 and my titanium Sound Blaster sound card. There you go. Give you a little bit of view real quick. Again, sorry about the lighting, but it is what it is. Alright guys, I got the 6850 up and running with the latest drivers from ATI, AMD. You can see here I have GPU-Z opened up here. So there you go, 6800 series, XFX, 32 ROPs, GDDR5, 1 gigabyte of memory. It's the GPU core clock's at 775 megahertz and the memory is at 1000 megahertz. Over here I have MSI Afterburner. See the voltage, core clock, memory clock, and the fan speed at auto at 47%. And I can tell you guys, it's virtually silent. Right now the GPU temperature at idle is about 44-45 degrees Celsius. Now that might seem a little high for this card. I heard it's around in the 35 Celsius range or so, because I'm driving three 1080p monitors, and that's why the idle is at 45. Over here I have HW monitor opened up. See there, 6850 at 44 degrees. So yeah, I'll be doing a series of benchmarks, gaming benchmarks, 3DMARK11, 3DMARK Vantage, you name it, I'll be doing it. And to see the performance in a single 1080p monitor and also an Infinity at 5760 by 1080 to see how it compares against the 6970s and Crossfire. Alright then guys, I wanted to do a short little vid of MSI Afterburner with the 6850 on fan speed and fan noise. Right now it's idling at 42% on the fan. I'll hit reset here. Yeah, it's still on auto at 42, and the audio is not very good on the camera, but I'll give you a little sound. Probably what you hear is probably the fan of the CPU, the fans. I'm gonna up the fan speed to, let's go to directly to 85%. And then now I'm going to go straight to 100%. Now I'm going to go right back down to 41%, which is idle. You can see there, well, 40%, well, 41, okay. You can see the difference in sound on the fan on the 6850. Alright guys, I'm going to be running 3DMARK11 performance score, everything at stock settings. See there, MSI Afterburner, I'll be running in the background, everything at stock settings, the fan at idle speed, and we'll see how hot it gets and how it performs. Alright then guys, I just finished a performance benchmark on 3DMARK11 with a 6850. I got a P score of 3581, which I don't know how that compares against similar graphics cards, but you can see there. And on MSI Afterburner, you got to 50, I don't know if you could see that, but it's 58 degrees Celsius, and the fan stayed at 47. I didn't hear it spool up or anything like that. Actually, no, I'm lying. Sorry, the fan did spool up to 60. Sorry. And I didn't hear it. I did not, so that's really, really, really good. So it's a pretty good score, I guess. I mean, I'll find out. So you guys let me know if that's a good score or not. I'm going to try to overclock this graphics card a tad and see if I could push it a little more. You know what? I don't know. I don't know if I'm going to overclock it right now. Maybe I'll just leave it as, but I'll be running a entry run and also an extreme run. And you know what? I think I'll run them right now. I'm gonna run the entry run right now and get back to you guys and post up the results, and also post up the results for an extreme run. Stay tuned. Alright then guys, I just finished the entry level benchmark. I got a score of E5453, as you can see here. Now I'll be running the extreme benchmark and see how that goes. Alright guys, I just finished a run on 3DMARK11 on an X score of 1126. There you go. Now on the extreme benchmark, I could see noticeably that the frames per second, especially on the last combined GPU and CPU benchmark on the 3DMARK11 benchmarks, was really low, like around 1.2, 2 frames per second the entire time. But yeah, let's just say compared against my 697s in Crossfire, I believe I get an X score of like over 3,000, somewhere around there. And so yeah, I'm going to be running some more benchmarking, and at the end I'll be doing gaming and real world gaming, see how it runs with Black Ops, StarCraft, Battlefield Bad Company 2, Batman, Ark Asylum, Duke Nukem, F1 2010, Dirt 2, Dirt 3, just to name a few, Crisis 2. So yeah, we'll see how that goes. A Shift 2 as well, and I want to do on a single monitor and also an Infinity to see how it works out. And stay tuned and we'll see how it goes. Alright guys, now I'm going to be running 3DMARK Vantage. I'll be running all 3 runs. 4 runs. Entry, Performance, High, and Extreme. And see how it fares. See what kind of scores I get. And right now I'll be starting the first one, the entry level, and see how that goes. Alright guys, I just finished a run, my first run of 3DMARK Vantage. On the entry level run, you can see the score is there, an E score of 36450 with a GPU score of 51377 and a CPU score of 19475. And now I'll be running, let's see what's next, performance run, and see how it goes. Alrighty, I just finished the performance score on 3DMARK Vantage. You can see there the score is 14839, GPU score is 13638, and the CPU score of 2163. Again, recap 6850, graphics card, all stock clocks, running 1090T at 4 GHz, 16 gigabytes of RAM at 1600 megahertz. So yeah, that's the P score, and on to the extreme. Alright guys, I just finished a high run, an H score of H9460, GPU score of 8667, and a CPU score of 19642. You can see here, I'll be running the extreme benchmark now and see how that performs. Right then guys, I just finished the final benchmark on 3DMARK Vantage. the extreme benchmark. I got an X score here of 6382, GPU score of 6162, and a CPU score of 19949. And also this completes the 3DMARK Vantage benchmarking on the 6850. So yeah, leave any comments or questions please on the benchmarking on 3DMARK Vantage or 3DMARK11, and let me know what you guys think. So yeah, that's the final score, and now I'll probably be doing gaming benchmarks, see how it performs in real world, and see if it's capable of handling new titles and older titles as well. So thank you.